Learning and Cognition Final Project, Cognitivism. Introduction to Cognitivism. Psychology introduced cognitivism as an area that is central to intellectual processing. Cognitivism is a universal psychological learning theory that is believed to explain or help clarify some of the ways that people absorb, construct, and house data for later use. Cognitivism is used in all areas of life. Major theorists such as Jean Piaget, Lev Vygotsky, and Albert Bandura have contributed essential breakthroughs in the world of cognitivism. Their prominent theories include stages of cognitive development, assimilation and accommodation, theory of cognitive development, sociocultural theory, and the zone of proximal development. These theorists and their theories produce recognized and appropriate strategies that allow adolescents to grow and cope in their natural and social environments. Cognitive learning. Cognitive learning is one of the most important aspects of development. The main factor is that cognitive learning encourages adjusted intelligence. For example, when a mother teaches her child how to keep a tidy room, the child will be able to carry that awareness to adulthood and be stern on organization. Jean Piaget's theoretical perspective. Piaget believed that children learn best through self-discovery and the ways that children engage with their surroundings. His theory is often compared and contrasted with Lev Vygotsky's theory, which posits that social and cultural elements contribute to development the most. Stages of cognitive development. Piaget separated cognitive learning into 4 stages. For the sensory motor stage, Piaget posits that children's cognitive processes are confined to motions existing from infancy to toddlerhood. Children build on these impulses to generate more complex actions. For example, sucking a bottle, breasts, or pacifier will later develop into eating full meals. For the preoperational stage, toddlers and adolescents develop the capacity to visualize thoughts and participate in imaginative representation, such as their imagination. For the concrete operational stage, adolescents gain the ability to recognize someone else's perspective and learn to digest data, employing logical reasoning. The formal operations stage explains how adolescents begin to process information rationally and theoretically. Piaget also formulated assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation refers to incorporating fresh information within current cognitive structures and expanding the learning capacity to accommodate new content. Accommodation is the process of adjusting mental models to adapt to the new information that disproves the traditional idea. For instance, when a toddler encounters a bumblebee, they may assimilate that data and automatically call it a fly. However, the application of accommodation helps the toddler alter their knowledge and understand the notion of flying insects to which kind of insect it is after learning of the various types. Applying theory. Repetition is key. Names, colors, shapes, nursery rhymes, foods, and sight words are common things children hear or use repeatedly daily. These examples become familiar after continuous repetition. Lev Vygotsky's theoretical perspective. In the framework of sociocultural theory, The relevance of a child's connection among surroundings for psychological growth is highlighted. The contemporary society is regarded as a cause of advancement rather than a component. Sociocultural theory example. Who is involved in the development of mental activities? Parents, television, society, family, guardians, and peers are all involved in the development of mental activities. In a home environment, children learn basic skills and problem-solving activities from their family. In school, children absorb those and other social behaviors and language from their instructors and peers. Zone of proximal development. The zone of proximal development represents the gap between what a person practices with assistance to when they become independent. The point at which a child's experimentally complex yet disordered impulsive ideas correlate to adult thinking. Applying theory. Offering visual metaphors or symbols for understanding. Be an example. Use yourself to show children how to manage stress. Imagine teaching an adolescent how to utilize deep breathing techniques when they feel overwhelmed or upset. They will need just a few lessons since this is a simple task. After a few lessons, the adolescent will no longer need guidance because they mastered it. The zone of proximal development is the moment of the first lesson to the first moment of the independent breathing. Safety plan implementation. Formulate a safety plan for children to refer to with pictures of symbols that depict emotions and what to do in the event that they feel those emotions. Albert Bandura's perspective. Bandura's social learning theory is focused on comprehending, anticipating, modifying, or altering behavior. Friends and family's impressions of the social environment have a significant impact on personal conduct. School-aged children are also exposed to peer conduct like language and behavior. Effective results of the theory regulate and then rearrange his or her actions in response to others' responses to the arousing impact of his or her activities. Example of Bandura's social cognitive theory. Infants learn to clap by watching a more advanced individual do so. They also learn to do standard things from others like shaking a rattle, dancing, walking, dressing, and using utensils. As they grow, they will learn other advanced essential skills. Applying theory. Encourage children to hypothesize what they think specific things mean. Then, recapitulate and clarify. After clarification, it is useful to formulate conversation about the topic. The education process is aided by introducing innovative data or concepts into older theoretical approaches. By collecting significant concepts from new material and constructing them into their previous theoretical foundations, people establish cognitive connections. Elaborating further helps to gain a more advanced understanding on the topic. Conclusion. Piaget, Vygotsky, and Bandura delivered fitting procedures that permit children to develop and adapt to their standard and social conditions. Cognitivism is a theory of learning that is used to clarify or assist with explaining a portion of the manners in which individuals retain, build, and house information for some time in the future. The approaches that instructors, counselors, and psychologists employ in a school setting can help each child individually navigate their academics and personal lives. This presentation sums up a few areas of cognitivism. The following references provide more research into the different theorists and theories.